Hey, good morning, everybody. So we're going to go over the technique of resistance stretching your fascia. We'll do some hamstring stretches back here, and we'd love to answer any of your questions and have you join in. Simple little stretch for your hamstrings. I did this earlier this morning to start my day before I went out and walked the dogs up the hill. So in order to stretch, so muscles only stretch when they resist or contract. If there's no contraction, no resistance, there's no stretch, there's only overstretch. So, we want to educate you, and then you have the experience, and then you learn, okay, I have the black mats on the blue rug, so I do have a yoga mat under me for some traction. So there's a couple ways to do, so we'll do the back of our left leg. You can have a fixed leg. But the knee, whenever you stretch your hamstrings and the heel is pressing against the floor or any other object, you need to have a bend in your knee, or otherwise it goes to the back of your knee. So just a little bend in your knee, whatever's comfortable. So pull the heel back toward you. I'm pulling it back this way, pulling it back that way. Now it's not going to move. It buckles the mat a little bit. Then your hamstring engages. Keep that resistance. Spend a little time resisting. Continue to resist. Pull that heel back, pull that heel back, pull that heel back. Let it go and come on back. So we're just going to keep resisting the movement. So the movement is this. We're folding forward. I'm not resisting now. We're just folding forward. But the muscle is not going to stretch unless it's engaged. So the engagement here, you can press down. In the beginning, it's easier to just press down because it's hard to pull that heel back to you if you're new to this. So you continue to resist on the way down. You relax on the way up. Now, the fascia. We're changing the fascia in the back of our central hamstring. So as soon as I resist, my body wants to extend the pelvis to get more resistance, right? Because the pelvis is pitched forward, you lose the stretch. Another thing that comes to mind is sensation. The fascia has no sensation. The fascia has 5 times as many nerve endings as the nervous system, but it's not wired to our brain. So I'm resisting, and let it go and come on back. So I'm feeling it in the central hamstring, but you may not feel it in the central hamstring. I like to recommend to people to breathe in and out through your nose. That's what the nose is for. So we're resistance stretching. So there's 4 pillars of a stretch. There's the start position, right? There's adding the resistance in the start position. And then there's the movement with resistance, and then release and let it go. So pillar number one is the start position. So you know the muscle you want to stretch, you know the position you're going to be in. So this is the position. Pillar 1, get in the position. Pillar 2, add resistance. So I'm going to drive my heel down and pull it back toward me. You can see the mat buckling, and now that you can feel it with your hand. It's engaged. These are really important tissues in the body, by the way, to stretch these hamstrings, all 3. Pillar 3, keep the resistance, and make the movement you're going to make. Keep resisting. Pillar 4, let it go. And return to the start. So a simple 4-step process to learn resistance stretching. And it's like weightlifting, and it's the opposite movement, but you want to do 3 sets of 10, you want to do 4 sets of 20, you want to do 3 sets of 4, whatever, you want to do sets. It's a workout. It's a total workout. Good to see you here. Hey, everybody. So we're gonna. Good to see you, Britt. Now we also you can join us 3 times a week live. We do classes, 45-minute classes. Sita and I teach the classes, and one of us is instructing, and then the other us is watching you. If you want to turn your camera on, and we can help you with the technique or give you any pointers that we feel like you need, or you ask questions. And then after each class, we have a question and answer. So you say, hey, that third to last stretch at the end, I wasn't sure exactly what was going on or if I was doing it right. And so, we'll demonstrate it for you, and then we'll watch you again. So it really, number one, is about the education to teach you about the fascia in your body and how to change it. It helps with pain. If you want to get faster, you want to get stronger. It's more effective than weightlifting. It's a resistant eccentric movement that has been studied by a lot of universities. And, we'd love you to benefit that. So, there's some other things I want to, again, it's about the resistance. So you can see I'm holding on to the wall here. If you have a chair nearby, grab the chair and hold on. We don't want you kind of wobbling through the stretch trying to keep your balance. It's hard to resist, right? You want to hold on to something. Now, another way is that's a fixed lunge, resistant hamstring stretch. Another way you can do it is just a regular lunge. You start with a bent knee, you start about 90 degrees. Sometimes at the beginning you can't quite get to 90 degrees. And we're doing the same thing. We're getting in a start position. So the start position will be this. Some people, if you're in a situation where you can't bend over and your back hurts, again, just be upright. Same thing. But instead of folding forward, we're going to move the body back. So we're going to pull the heel back. Pillar 1 is the start position, either here or down here. Pillar 2, resistance. Pull that heel back. Pull, and there it is. It's firing up. It's engaged. Pillar 3, keep the resistance and move. So here we're sitting back. Let it go. Pillar 4. Come on back. So we want to resist continuously on the way back. Let it go and come on back to the start. And so the engagement is not only the muscle, but more importantly, the fascia is resisting. And the fascia is a really, really cool tissue in terms of, so if you work out, you go to a fitness class, you're exercising, you're walking, you're gardening, generally speaking, you're using energy. The muscles are contracting, shortening, and you need rest and recovery. These movements are interfacing and contracting the fascia and resisting the fascia through these movements. The fascia creates energy and stores energy. So, for instance, if you come to one of the 45-minute classes, I think you sign up. I know you can sign up for your first class free if you want to try it out. Most people after a 45-minute class, they feel amazing. Like you want to go out for a run. You want to go out and exercise. Like now you have the energy, the strength, the flexibility to do what you actually want to do, or you can just enjoy it and enjoy your day. It's something you want to learn, as we move along in age, because, a lot of people in our community, we have a few 80-year-olds who love it and are feeling better, moving better, getting up and out of a chair better. An 87-year-old just recently joined, and we love it. They're inspiring. So there's a lot of inspiration in our community, people sharing their experiences and getting through their stuff, recovering much faster from a knee surgery than they ever imagined, much faster than what was suggested. In a lot of cases, avoiding having to go through a procedure in the hip or in the shoulder by going after this dense fascia. It's really holding us in a position of, out of alignment. Generally speaking, the arms might be a little too internally rotated. So every time you make a move out of a position That's not the right. I'm not telling you mentally hold it, but just observe your body how it is. Once you stretch this fascia, you'll lose that forward pitch of the neck. You'll lose that forward pitch of the pelvis and the pelvis. Once that starts to extend a little bit, you're going to get huge relief and a huge increase in movement in your spine. Your legs are going to work better, more efficiently. It improves the cardiovascular, the aerobic capacity of the tissue to do more. So you can just resistance stretch for, say you're an athlete and you're recovering from an injury, or you just want to take some time off, it's the off season, you're not training. If you resistance stretch for however long you do, a few months, a month, you're going to go back on the track, back on the field, back on the court, and you're going to have more cardiovascular aerobic capacity than before you resistance stretch. So it increases the aerobic capacity a number of ways. The muscles can work more easily. They're not fighting the fascia. The fascia is healthier. See who's here. Good to see you all. Everyone's got these cool acronyms. And so we're going to do a little more stretching. We're going to do the other hamstring. We're going to do the other hamstring here. And I'm going to turn around. And the reason I'm turning around is because when I'm stretching my legs, or one arm at a time, whenever I get the opportunity to feel what's going on, I kind of want to do that. So I'm going to hold on to the windowsill for some balance. We're going to do some fixed hamstring lunges now. So the knee's going to stay at the level it is, or whatever bend it is. So pull that heel back toward you. You can feel what's going on. Because sometimes, and in a lot of cases, I feel my heel going against and pulling back toward the yoga mat. And so at the start, stretching is about finding the path of greatest resistance. And it's not just driving your heel down and pulling back. That's the pillar. But then if I tuck my tailbone under, I can create more force and isolate it more in the hamstring. Now, when you remove any substitution, say your torso's turning to the right, you want to turn back to the left a little. If it's your head's going up and the ribs are coming out, you want to keep them in a little. And all these little movements, each time you make an adjustment, or identify it, like I'm bringing my left hip forward because my left hip was sinking back. And that creates much more force. But it also creates less sensation, because the more you're in that fascia, the more you increase the force through removing substitutions or asymmetries, the more force you're going to put in that fascial tissue and the bigger change you're going to get. Now it's about repetitions and resistance. I'm resisting, pull that heel back, pull that heel back, pull that heel back. Let it go. And you can go as far as you want in range, as long as you can continue to generate the resistance by pulling the heel back, pulling the heel back, pulling the heel back, pulling the heel back. Let it go. Breathing in and out through your nose. Tucking that tailbone. This is a great little routine to have every morning. You can go after the hamstrings. Now we're going to do the regular lunge. So I'm going to pull the heel back. Now the body's going to go back, right? Body's going to go back. And you can feel it gets a little different part of the hamstring. It's middle to lower, where the fixed lunge was kind of middle to a little higher. Let it go. And you want to soften the foot and the toes. Let it go. Breathing in and out through your nose. Let it go. It's a great, great workout. And then, of course, so this central hamstring that we're doing, it's associated with the brain meridian. So you can improve the health of your brain, your memory, help you sleep better. Again, keep those ribs in your body. You can even tuck your tailbone in this regular lunge hamstring stretch. Resist, resist, resist on the way back. Relax going forward. Let it go. And what I love to do is after I do a stretch like that, is check it out. Check it out. See me on Instagram, head's cut off on the other. Just feel what happens. Looser knees, pelvis sits back a little bit more, jeans fit a little bit better. Breathing is easier when you're in better alignment naturally. So I think we're going to post this later. It's a nice little tutorial to give you a little insight to see how you feel. And again, you want to do 3 sets. It really is the exercise to do that in terms of energy efficiency and building strength and speed. It's non-parallel. There's really no exercise you can do that will get you faster, stronger, and better alignment and address the fascia than resistance stretching. So, send us some questions. We have a YouTube channel. Our Instagram account has loads of posts with Facebook. And then if you go to our website, we have a blog, and we probably have over 40 blogs, and they all have mostly videos attached to them. So if it's plantar fasciitis or anxiety or neck pain or back pain, or you want to work on your knees, we got a little blog that you can read. And then there's the videos that we take you through the stretches that are going to help those areas. So use our resources, the blog on our website, the YouTube channel especially. Lots of videos, lots of stretching, and we want to see you feel better, and kind of be hopeful, know that your body can get better in ways that other exercises haven't been able to do it. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Love to hear your comments. See you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.